Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to class. All right, so we want to start our Terraform today, right? Are we ready for Terraform? Okay. All right, so almost everyone is still here. Okay. So we'll still let you into there, and then you communicate if you want to continue with Terraform after this. All right, so let's go. We already completed all the theories, so let's do practicals. And to do the practicals, let's see. Just okay, so to do the practicals, we'll be following the note of our step-by-step guide so that yeah, let's just follow it and then correct whatever is missing so that you're able to complete it by yourself without supervision using the note. All right, so we load our browser and then we are ready to go. Where do we start from? We already explained that part, and then we already explained what Terraform is. So before we go, yeah, just to broaden your vocabulary so that you know that besides VSCode, there's also this one. Let me just show you this. This is a cloud-based IDE. Your VSCode would not be cloud-based. It will be resident on your system. But there are always many ways to do something. So this is cloud-based IDE provided by AWS. Let's quickly do it, just in case your employer says that is what we use. And then you'll not be caught red-handed. Okay. All right, so let's go to AWS. AWS has thousands of services, like you already know. We've covered the services that we should know as AWS Solutions Architect, associate level, but there are many more services than that. One of them, if you can see my screen, is called Cloud9. What does Cloud9 do? Cloud9, let's see. Can you see this? So Cloud9 is AWS service for doing what? It's IDE for writing, running, debugging codes, and so on and so forth. Anything relating to code. All right, so this is the equivalent of AWS's VSCode, but of course, not half as powerful. All right, but for the purpose of getting a job, you don't know what your employer may be using, so let's just take a quick look. So let's create the environment. You click this, create the environment, and then what do you do here? AWS root account detected. We do not recommend using AWS root account. All right. So that's why we say create a new AWS account, go to IAM and create a user account, because it says root account is not ideal. In fact, for anything, as much as possible, you avoid root account. So let's quickly create a user account in AWS that you can assign this responsibility. Remember how to create user account?
Yes.
All right, so we'll go to IAM. I'll quickly say user account. Add users. Yeah. All right, so add user. Although we already had one, but let's just do this. This will be daily, for example, and then you'll be able to whatever you want. This time we are more concerned about programmatic, but I just add that. All right, so password. No, don't automatically generate. Let me use this password daily 2022. It's already used daily 2022. Okay. And then I hope that means complexity, because normally if I have account name daily, let's try Akin. All right. No, I don't have to check. All right. So let me attach a role. I should be able to perform administrative tasks, just so I'm not denied. Yeah, I can attach it if I want, and that's it. of course, and then we'll say create account. Every time we create programmatic account, this is the most important file to us. So we download that account. And now we have created our account. Awesome. All right. Now log out the root user and sign in as the new user, right? So let's go log out as a root user. So we'll come here and we'll say, where's our logout? Log out. Okay, sign up there. All right, so we're signed up. How do we now log in as our new user? So let's quickly grab a file, open that file. That is the file. And then we'll have our URL to log in as the. So this is the URL. So we'll copy, Ctrl+C. Then we'll go back to cloud and log in, Ctrl+V. Providing a username, daily, and password. Remember the password? Akin 123. No. Akin 2023. All right, so we are logged in. All right, so now we are logged in as a user and not as root. Let's go back to set up Cloud9. Cloud9. All right, so Cloud9 is ID. Create a new environment. The name needs to be unique. Just a name. Of course, it's not today. Let's call it our cloud or something like our cloud ID. All right, description, can give a description, and that's it. Next step. Now, environment type. What type of environment are we creating? Create an EC2 instance for environment, create a no ingress, create no, well, that's about the only one we need. So we'll take EC2 instance for our IDE environment. And the type will be anyone, but since we don't want to be charged, so we just maintain E2. What platform are we using? Amazon Linux 2 recommended? No, because we're on Amazon. But generally speaking, we are big boys now. Let's go to the big boys platform. This is Ubuntu. And then cost savings. If after 30 minutes it's not used, then it will turn off. IAM role, that's basically it. All right, I hope the note tells you all of that. Log out. Optionally, you may set up and use AWS Cloud ID. Yes, that's what we've been doing. Ctrl X. So, yeah, that one should not be there because we're already here. Or maybe on top, Ctrl V. In case you want to pursue that option, then we'll not do it. Okay. Set up Ubuntu Cloud9, manage EC2, then set security group, allow all traffic. All right. Okay, so let's set up our EC2. IDE through our EC2. All right, everything good? Yes, create the environment. What environment? Our IDE environment, integrated development environment, where we can develop if we are developers, but since we are not really developers, to be honest, we are becoming developers now, even though we are not really developers. With this scripting we're about to learn, we're taking the most step into development. But basically, with this interface, we are now able to access, accept, and even if we have the ability, modify the codes from our developers that will be transforming, will be building into applications. And then after we build them into applications as DevOps engineers, we'll now take that same application and put it in the production environment. How do we take codes? That's what we're trying to set up. The environment that will allow us to accept codes, modify the codes if we want, do whatever we want with codes. That's what we're trying to set up. And then later on in future, we'll now learn how to take these codes and deploy it into the environment that we are going to set up using Terraform. All right, so that is still loading. If you can see what's going on, it's taking a while to set up your complete environment, your complete IDE. All right, once that is done, the next thing you want to do is allow all traffic to your EC2 so that your EC2 is not discriminating against, this is Java packet, I will not allow it. This HTTPS, I will not allow it. No. Just allow all traffic so that you're able to do all things from there. All right, so are we ready? Guess so. So let's go to the EC2.
No, really.
Sorry? Welcome to your, what do you see? Why do you say not ready?
No, mine is still connecting.
No, I'm not necessarily waiting for you. On this one is cloud-based, so yeah. So let's go on with this one. So let's go to EC2. Because this environment is set up on EC2. So let's go. How do we get to EC2? Where's that place? Okay, go to anything on AWS. So we'll come here and say EC2. I think, is that it? Okay, let's see. Go to dashboard, okay. It takes me to the dashboard where I can look for EC2. And then I click here. And then I see that one EC2 instance is running. And it is on this E2 instance that we have our Cloud 9 environment configured. And now initializing. All right, let's set our security group to allow all traffic into. And then because it's state full, when we say allow all traffic into, it also means allow all traffic out of. All right. So where's our security? Security group. Security group, and then we'll click on security group. If you wanted to allow all traffic from a specific node, then you give the address of that node, the IP address. All right, edit inbound traffic. Yeah, this is good, but also, okay, let's see. This is the EC2 where our ID environment is configured. Don't just allow SSH, also allow what? All traffic. Yeah, you want from this, you can do that's 27. So you are seeing something different from your 816 from those figures you are used to. Control-C, Control-V. So allow traffic, not just SSH. All right. Save rules, and that is it. All right. So that's what we have here. You can see. All right. So the reason I'm comparing here is so that you can use, instead of me waiting for you to complete it, you can use this as guide to complete, do it on your own. So all right, everything was fine. All right. So with that one now, we now have our. Let's go back to our Cloud9. With that, now we now have our Cloud9. So it's already open. Our Cloud9 environment, all right? So this is the environment. This is where we'll be running all of our codes. However, instead of running our codes here, we are going to do the non-cloud-based one, which we are going to install. But essentially, the environment that is created for you here to work with. This is cloud-based. Every time you come here, you need internet connection, your bandwidth is being consumed, you are setting up a service in cloud, and therefore you are paying for it, maybe directly or indirectly. All right, so you don't want that all of the time unless it's really necessary. So what do you want in place of that? Something you can do by yourself on your own, no charges, and it's even more, it's even wider in scope in terms of what you can do. Not just supporting AWS and its resources and services, is supporting all kinds of other development environment, as well as all other cloud service providers. All right, so that was that, just to show you. So if they ask you now, okay, I see that you do this, what do you use? Have you seen Cloud9 before? Have you used Cloud9? The answer is yes, I have used Cloud9. I've used Cloud9, but I'm more comfortable with VSCode, and therefore I use VSCode 90% of the time. Once in a while, I go and use Cloud9. I've set it up a couple of times, and I've used it for small projects. So this would be a good answer because you actually have seen Cloud9. All right, so that's for Cloud9. We're done with Cloud9. Let's go and set up the ID, the VSCode in our environment. All right, so I will destroy this later. I don't take your time. So I just go here. So we said it's better when the ID is on your laptop. Let us install the ID on our laptop. All right, so this is the URL where you download what? Your VS Code. Download your Visual Studio, your MS Visual Studio code here, otherwise called VS Code. All right, so we'll take this URL, Control-C, and then we'll go. I have deleted my own URL, my own VS Code and the Ubuntu and everything, so just so we can do it together. All right, so we'll go to come here or anywhere, Control-V. All right, so this is what we have. Download Visual Studio Code. All right, so which one do you take here? This one, Windows download. That's what we have in the note. So you take this one. That's why it's highlighted. Take Windows download. All right, so let's take that one. We'll click here. And once we click there, it's downloaded. You see it downloading? This type of file can handle. Yes, I trust you. Don't worry. Keep it. So it's downloading VS Code user setup manner. It's downloading. So that's how you download your Visual Studio Code. And then show in the folder. Is it already downloaded? Yeah. Anytime you have .exe file, I think we've done it before, executable file, all you do is simply double click to run the executable file so that it downloads. Double click. But sometimes you need to, okay. If we don't need it, then no need to come. Did I double click? Let's try again, double click. Setup has detected that, oh, the first one was running. So cancel this one. So what is it? Let me look for it.
Yeah, it's in the background. It's showing your dashboard.
Okay. Okay, I've
So
seen it. Let me.
that's the platform. Is there?
Sorry.
Yeah, down there. That's a setup.
Down.
Setup.
Okay, setup. Yeah. Thank you. All right. So that's it. All right. Let me minimize that. All right. Okay. So this is what comes up when you click the double click. So what you want is to accept the agreement, and then yeah, just leave the default setting. These are not important. Next, and that's it. Install. Our Visual Studio VS Code is now installed. All right, so finish and launch when you finish. Or okay. So that's your VS Code. All right. This is your VS Code. I would have preferred I didn't. Okay, don't worry, we'll do this. Normally yours will not show anything here. I'll show you how to do it. All right, so this is your VS Code install. All right, so let's move on. After that, what do? We clicked install and we launched. Now sign into VS Code Studio with your Microsoft account. You need to do this if you don't already have if you have a Microsoft account, your Gmail, Microsoft account, maybe you are running your MS Office. You are running the MS Office application, the cloud version of it, then you already have your MS account. But if you don't, just create an MS account. All right. Of course, you know how to do that. Create a password. All right. What do we have now? So what we have now is that we have this. This is what you should see. The reason you are seeing this part here is because the last time I set it up, this was what I had. Well, that's not immediate. All right, so you see this. When you see this, what do you do? Let us look around. Let's look around. So we are here. No, cannot just be there. There's something. That one should not be there. Control. Okay, let's take it from that. So create your first file. All right. So let's just look around before we create first. All right. So we have this. Let me remove all of this. So let's see. Don't worry about that. Oh, let's pretend it's needed. Our test instance. These are the different CLI that it supports: PowerShell, Git bash, command prompt. Of course, you can add more and more and more. You have a long list. But what we want to do is put Ubuntu here. Ubuntu is not here. So this command now is PowerShell. PowerShell is just like the Linux version of Windows, but not half as powerful as Linux. All right. So here, this is not Linux. This is not Ubuntu. This is not Linux. So your clear. What are we? Terraform. Make directory. So this is not anyway. This is not Linux. This is Windows. This is Windows. This is PowerShell. This is the CLI part of Windows. All right. So we don't want to use Windows because we are going to work for employers that will be using Linux servers. All right. So commands like directory, which is Windows command, is what you use here instead of ls. Yeah, but I'm just okay. So let me know. Let's start command prompt. Yeah. ls. Okay. So PowerShell is actually powerful, very powerful, so powerful that it tends to understand Linux commands, but that's not what we're here for. Anyway, so CLS is clear. Let's look around so that we don't just start to create files when we don't even know the environment. So what about this? What does this mean? These are the different, you know what they call plugin, but here they call it extension, not plugin. All of the plugins that your VSCode supports, they are here. All of the extensions, all right? And many more that you can download. So if I want IaC to support my VSCode to support Java, I'm going to add Java extension, right? Necessary extension. If I wanted to support JSON, like somebody was asking the last time, I look for JSON and I install JSON plugin. So whatever plugin I install here, I'm now able to program using this environment, right? But in our own case, like we'll be saying later, we'll be talking about Ubuntu and so on and so forth. All right, so all of the extensions are here. And then, of course, as we go higher, we're going to talk about Docker, about Git, all of the extensions are here. All right. Okay, so I just wanted you to know that that exists. And that's about the most powerful thing here. All right. All right, then you can search for whatever there and so on and so forth. All right, this is your account, the details about your account, and these settings. All right, you want your keyboard to behave in a particular way. You want your screen not to be black, but yellow or whatever, color scheme, all of them. They are not important. All right, so this is the environment. Let's try something. Let's try something. Let's just say, what's the test that I have here? Let's see. What I have here is a file, a new text, select a language. I told you there are so many extensions, so you can work with virtually any language. About 300 of them and many more. All right, so let's come here. Let us say that we are creating a test file. And let's see, let us create a file. So we move from here to, we come here, and we say new file. That's to create a new file. This is to create a new folder. And this is a refresh. All right. Let us create a new file. Let us create a new file. Let me not work from here so that we don't confuse. Delete that. Let me create a new folder. So we'll come to Windows environment. All right. Let me go to my own file is organized. So let me go to Terraform. Where's Terraform? 2023 lecture notes. And then I have infrastructure as code. Let me come to Terraform. Let me create a folder here and call that folder, let's new folder. Let's just call it test. I can delete it. Test folder. All right. So I have created a folder here, test. So let me go to my IDE and connect to that folder test so that in place of this, that's what's happening. So I go to File and I say Open Folder. And I come here and I go to infrastructure as code. I go to Terraform and I see my test folder. I say select folder. You want to do away with all of this? Do you want to save the changes you made to? No. All right. So I'm looking for my test folder. Let's trust my test folder. So I first of all had to create this in Windows before I connected to it. So I'm working from my test folder. So now that I'm working from a clean folder and I'm not confusing you with the old files there, let's create a new file. And let's call this file, just any name, test or test file. Test file, if you want to give an extension, test file is not a valid name. Okay, let's give a simple name. Okay, let's call it test1. Not a valid file or folder. Please choose it. Yeah, I'm creating one. Via folder, what am I creating? I should create file, new file. Yes, new file, test2. All right, so that's my file, test2. All right, so what I want to show you here is let's type HTML, for example. This is just a simple test to show you that this is. So this is HTML1, HTML5, and so let's take HTML5. This is what I was telling you. Just by taking the type of file that you want to create, it gives you the template. It gives you the template. At least I have little idea about HTML, and that's all you are required to do. Just little idea about the code, the script that you want to have. And I know that the body of my HTML should be inside here. And for all of that, I don't have to change anything. So I just come here and type my body. This, something like welcome to first what's code? HTML code. We're talking about YAML and Terraform and all of that. But for now, this is just HTML code. All right. And the beautiful thing, one of the most beautiful things about working from IDE and specifically from VSCode is that it can predict what you want to write or the next syntax that you follow what you are writing, and then it will make the suggestion. All right. It will make maybe 2, 3, 4. One of them is likely to be correct. So you just take it without you necessarily remembering what it should be. And that's just all I'm trying to show here. That we did not have to type all of this. And even as we're typing what we think should be, it's making suggestions for us. And most of the time, all we just need to do, especially if they are syntaxes for the programming language, just take the correct one, the appropriate. Right? For example, I'm going to make, okay, let me show you this first so that I see the video. So we are done. So we just say Control S to save. It's saved. Saved where? In test. So if we go to our Windows environment now and we open test, the file is there. And it's already a web page because it ends with HTML. So if you double click, it's already there. Already there. It was a YAML file, it was TF, just double clicking, it's just there. Just loads the browser and then, so if you wanted to make this one big and you knew about H1, I mean, you know about tags, but you don't know the appropriate tag or how to use the necessary tag, you can come back here and say H1. For example, let's type H1. Okay. Let me open tag, at least it will know that I'm trying to put a tag. Right? That's a tag. What are the possible tags? H1, for example. So I take that and then I close the tag. You see? So it began the tag for me and closed the tag for me. So all I need is just put in the middle here what I want to be in the tag. So let me copy, remove that from there and put it here. Welcome. All right, so I save, Control S. If I go back there and say double click, it's bigger now. So H1 means header 1, the biggest form of header. If I say H2, it's going to be header as well, but it's going to be smaller. All right. Okay, let's start with this little one before you go into. If I say H2, and of course, must make this one H2 as well. Make it a header, not just plain paragraph, but not as big as H1. All right. As long as I save, I'm going to see the yes now. If I refresh, it's smaller now. All right. All right. So that's not what I'm just using that to demonstrate to you that from here you control your output, and that these tags and keywords that come with that package will be suggested to you in such a way that using them will not be used. All right, so that's the first one that you created using VSCode. All right, and that's what we try to explain here. Click File, select the language. If we didn't want to use HTML, HTML is about the simplest. It's not really a programming language, it's just a way of presenting things to work with, but it's about the simplest, so we took it. But if it wasn't HTML that you wanted to use, select whatever language, and it will detect by the extension. Right? And then select your language, and then in this case, we selected the HTML file, we completed it. All right. Configure, the next thing we want to do is configure Visual Studio to run Ubuntu terminal, because we spent 1 full month learning Linux. So we want to take Linux to production environment. Of course, we are not here to learn Windows, and we want to continue with Linux. But this is the distro of Linux that is mostly used. So thankfully, you already know Amazon Linux, and which falls into the category of Red Hat, CentOS, and Fedora. So you already know all of that. So this is the opportunity to learn this. All right. So what do? There's this video that is very short, and then you can use it to learn how to install. Or you don't have to, because I already watched the video and I already extracted it. All right, so let's go and install Visual Studio on our Ubuntu. Let's go and install Ubuntu on our VS Code. All right, question, observation? Somebody just cough or do something to let me know you're still there. Thank you. Now somebody say something, we've heard the cough. All right. Still making sense so far? Are you lost in anything or something?
Making sense. Lots of sense.
Okay. Anyone else? I mean,
yeah, we're good, sir.
All right. Where is our lady that does not know IT? Yes, she's shining here.
I just mentioned my name when you said where is. I said Adedayo.
Oh, okay. You were muted. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's fine. So let's move on. Now, let us put Ubuntu there so that we can begin to use Ubuntu for our our coding and okay, so we're done with this. Just close. And leave it if we want, but let's see if we can hide it. Rename. Okay, apparently we need to open a new one, but that's not a big deal. All right.
How do you, Mr. Akin, how do you save that when you were done with that?
Control S.
Okay.
Yes, it's Windows application. So,
Okay.
all right. So to save, to put Ubuntu here now, this is how to do it. Can you see this sign here? Bottom, my arrow, bottom, my left hand side. This green area. So you click it.
Mine does not have that.
Yours doesn't have that?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Now, this is where we're going to spend time. So, how do I remove this? Yes, okay. Don't worry, let me see. Let's look at the notes. Let's look at the notes. Yes, yours doesn't have that. So let's come to the notes. We're done there. What we want to do here is type remote WSL. Type it on the search button. And then, yes, yours should not have that. Yes. So what you do now, let's come here. We come to search here. No, first of all, go to the extensions, like we said. Go to extension. And then we'll come here and type remote. Remote WSL. And then this one, you should see this, remote WSL. Click this one, the remote WSL. Because I already installed mine, it's showing installed. Yours should be showing, I mean, mine is showing uninstalled. Yours should be showing install. Yeah. So at this stage, yes, we can all practice now so that I'll wait for you because like I said, this is the most crucial part of the whole. So I'll just wait for you to practice and make sure we're going at the same.
It's up.
So remote WSL. I mean, if you cannot, I understand. If you can practice, fine. If you cannot practice now, I understand it might be busy. So did you?
Hello, Mr. Akin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like me now, I'm just using my phone. You know, I'm just coming back from work right now.
Yeah.
So if
I understand. No problem. Yeah.
So maybe when I get home, I'll soon get home anyway.
Yeah. No problem.
Yeah. Thank
And
you.
then you watch the video.
I am at work.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I am using my phone, so probably it will be tomorrow after.
No problem. As long as one person, at least one person is following and getting it on your behalf.
Mine is showing it uninstall, but I'm thinking maybe because it comes with my system. I don't know, maybe it detects that.
Okay, but are you seeing this sign here, this green bottom sign?
Yeah, yeah, but it doesn't show green, but I see it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's all we want to see. And by installing, that's what we want to have. All right, so Dayo, you clicked install, right?
Yes, it's up now. It's there.
It's up now. Awesome. I'm so happy it's working fine because you don't understand how much we have suffered in the past just to get this to work. All right, so we did that, and then of course it came up with this, and then you can read about what is WSL, right? What it means and its role. Yeah, it's good to read a little literature. All right, so like we said, it's there now. Click on the bottom left signs like I showed you in the text box. So we'll go there and we'll click on the bottom left signs here. And then when it comes here, we say, what do we type there? We say new WSL Windows using distro. That's what we type. All right, so we'll go there and say, where is it? I'll click here and then we say new WSL. Okay, let's type it so that new W, look at it, new WSL window using distro. So we'll click that one. We'll click that one. All right. So what comes up after we click that? Take Ubuntu. We should have options. We take Ubuntu. Okay, I know why that one is not coming up. All right. So when you see, go back here. Look at it. No WSL distro found. New distros can be installed. So because I forcefully removed my own, it wiped off all of the distros that should have come by default with this. But no problem. Let me go and install fresh distros, specifically Ubuntu. You're okay, Zaya. When you click that,
same thing came up with me that I need to install.
Oh, okay, that's fine. So let's go and install. We go and install. We search for Microsoft Store. We'll go to Microsoft Store. Then you take Microsoft Store. Just like you have your Google Store, your Apple Store, you go to Microsoft Store. All right. Okay. So what are we searching for? What are we here to install? We are looking for Ubuntu, right? So let's search for Ubuntu. The app Ubuntu. So there's Ubuntu here. Look at Ubuntu. There's Ubuntu 20.04. There's Ubuntu 22.04. There is 18.04. All right. 18.04 is free. 22.04 is owned. All of that. And then there's other titles related to Ubuntu, but these are our interest. So definitely we want to install at least this one first of all. So we'll take 18.04 and then we'll say, I guess, get me install. Starting to download it, and so on and so forth. So did you get that? Were you able to read?
No.
Did you see any Ubuntu variant?
Only it gave me option of 22.
Okay, take 22 then.
Okay.
And then later on you can go back and see why it's not giving you the other. Well, at least you have one of them. And then I click open. So Ubuntu is now installed. Ubuntu app is now installed on my Windows. That is good. But that's not what that's not what my interest. My interest is to connect it with the ID. All right, let me see if I can install one more version of Ubuntu. I go back to apps, I see Ubuntu 20. 20.04. All right, this is good. This was the version as of early this year, so I like this as well. So, but this is the main one I can do. So I installed that. It's starting to download.
Mr. Akin,
Yes, sir.
the 22.04 is free on mine. Should I take that one or just stick to the
22.04? Yeah, anyone is good actually.
Okay.
Yeah, the later the version, the better. Yeah, to be on the same page with you guys, let me also load 22.04. My fear with that used to be that I had some script that will not run on that, but because I'm no longer using all those scripts, let me also join you guys to load the latest, which is 22.04. Hopefully it remains the latest by the time we finish this course so that I don't have to be jumping from 22 to 24 when they release 24. All right,
Excuse
so
me, sir.
this might, yes.
Sorry, I was able to open my stuff now, but I want to know the Microsoft Store where you went. Is it
I
from
just searched for
the
him.
extension?
Look at it. Look at it. I clicked search and I said Microsoft. Can you see it?
Oh, okay, from your laptop. Okay, I thought it was
yeah,
on this VS Code. Okay. Okay.
No.
Thank you.
All right. All right, so finally we have our 22.04 long-term support. It's going to last for a while before they keep improving before they release new one. All right, so let's install that one. All right, so in my own case, I have 3 different versions of Ubuntu, but I would, where possible, I will work with the latest version. All right, beautiful. All right, so let's go back to VS Code now and see if VS Code would be able to recognize our Ubuntu installation. It will no longer tell us we don't have we'll click this. Well, that one's already installed. All right, so we'll come here to new WSL window using distro, and we're now saying that Ubuntu is now appearing. Who has a similar experience? Is your Ubuntu now appearing where it was not appearing before? Dayo, do you have your Ubuntu appearing now?
It's slow, it's still downloading. My Ubuntu is
Oh.
still downloading.
Are you using a 386 processor? Or you are using Core
I'm on 2
i1?
laptops. I'm using one for, I think I'm using the best one for the something. So
Okay.
slow.
All right, so 18.04. Let me see why the others are not appearing. Okay, let me go, maybe because I didn't open it. So let me quickly come back here and open it. Open, unpacking the distribution. It was downloaded but not yet unpacked. That's why it was this. Ubuntu on WS. Ubuntu WSL or Windows. Where develop. Develop in WSL using native Windows ID, including VS Code and IntelliJ. Ubuntu WS for data. It's so powerful. So many. Almost done. The installer will require your attention soon. Okay, I'm all here. Graphical applications. You're almost done. Just a few steps to be completed in the main installer window. All right. Okay, so let me just complete this so that Windows is aware. So what's my English? Well, my language, English. All right. My name, Akin Aregbesola. Pick a username. Okay, leave it at that. Password. I'm running from here. Let my username be. All right. So password will be Akin 1 2 3 4 5. Akin 1 2 3 4. All right. So what do we have? There's the net button. Okay, I think I just pressed enter. Okay. WSL configuration options. I don't really want to change anything here, so maybe I just press enter. Let me move this screen. Apply my changes. Okay. Okay. I can see the whole screen. All right, so apply my changes so that Windows is now aware that I do have Ubuntu 22.04 and then be able to use it. Not everyone would have to pass through this long process. Sometimes, in fact, once you do the first installation and it's good, it will automatically complete this for you in the background. Just because I'm manually deleting my installation, that's how I had to do. All right, so let's just wait for those changes to complete, and then we'll go back here and see if it's the one. Awesome, it's seeing it now. All right, so we'll go to 22.4. So we'll click that, and then it opens a new window. Starting VS Code in WSL Ubuntu. All right, so we are now operating from here. Okay, let me take it. Let me wait for you. So where are you now? Who is able to get to this thing? Who is able to see Ubuntu here, apart from that?
Still unpacking.
Yeah, what's the other person that was
Yeah.
also? Can you see
I'm
Ubuntu now?
unpacking as well.
Sorry? What did he say, the mail? The gentleman there. Is there anyone else practicing that is seeing Ubuntu?
Mine's unpacking as well.
Oh, yes, it's some practicing. Okay. Okay, so while I'm waiting for you guys to unpack, let me also go and unpack my 20.02. Let me go back to Ubuntu, to App Store, and look for my Ubuntu. I already have 18 and I have 22. So let me take 20.04. It's already installed. So, and I say open. So that way, I alone have 3 different versions of Ubuntu. 18, 20, and enter new Unix name. Username, sorry. My username will be Akin. My password will be Akin1234. Akin 1234. All right. Okay, that is done. To disable it. So I have that installed. Nothing else to do. All right. So let me go and see if VSCode recognizes that, and I have that installed. Awesome. Recognize that. So I have all 3 installed. So I have all 3 installed from Microsoft Store into my system, and my VS Code is able to recognize and work with it. All right, so to work with one particular one, I take that one, and then it opens a new window automatically. So this is the new window. This window is should be using WSL Ubuntu, whereas this other window is using PowerShell. All right. Okay, so let's go. So we take that, and then we'll say, load me on that. This window's opens. Now, on this window, I'm coming here. Can you see my screen, my cursor? My mouse key. So I come here. No. Yeah. Okay. So when I come to this window, I'm going to do terminal, new terminal. So I have a new terminal, and then I come here. What am I missing something? Let's go back to the list. So take Ubuntu. Okay, so yeah, what's missing? Yeah, it's showing here. So WSL Ubuntu, that's what I'm using. All right, so okay, well, it's slightly different. bash, emacs, Java, configure terminal set. Yeah, it is slightly different, but it's giving the result. But there's something I wanted to show you, but it's not showing. Okay, let's close it. Try one more time. We'll come back here and say, out of all of this, give me a terminal where I can use this command. And then it opens this terminal. Because there are two terminals, let me cover that. And then I come here and it shows me all of the operating system CLI that I can use. I expect to see Ubuntu there. Okay. Maybe I'll find out why it's not showing. But while that one is not showing, maybe they have improved. They have upgraded or something. Why that what is no longer showing there is showing here now. Can you see WSL Ubuntu 22.4? That tells me that this terminal is operating here, running in Ubuntu 22.4. Yeah? All right, so that is fine. So this, I can use my Linux commands. All right, ls -l, print working directory. I'm in root. Why am I working as root? Switch that to Akin. So where am I? CD. So Akin is now, you have this Linux now, so I don't need to explain this. So print working directory. I'm in Akin. That's fine. I take one step back. What do I have? ls -l. Okay. So one more step back. ls minus. Okay, yeah, fine. Okay, so let's go into home and then into CD. Okay, so I'm fine. I'm familiar with all of them. All right. So it's doing well. It's behaving well. Everything is good. WSL Ubuntu. It wasn't showing like that before. Let me see the screenshot I had there. What's my Word document? Okay, yeah, it was showing like that. Okay, that's good. So this tells you, just like the arrow here says, that you are now working on Ubuntu terminal. All right, so that is progress. There's a lot of progress. That is progress. All right. So all of that was smooth. Nothing to revise, everything good. So initially it did not show Ubuntu, but after you have completed the installation and everything, it begins to show Ubuntu. All right. All right. If you are fine with that, then let's install Terraform now. Let's install Terraform as we prepare to run Terraform command. Any questions? Terraform. Let's put Terraform on our VSCode. All right. Any progress? Has anyone been able to install Ubuntu? I mean, integrate Ubuntu with VSCode?
Still unpacking.
Not sure why it's taking so long to unpack.
Okay. Like we already said, let's patiently wait so that we just get it right once and for all. Let's wait for at least one person to complete. So how many people are trying to unpack? Mo, are you also trying?
Yes.
All right, so while we're unpacking, we don't go. Let's look at the notes. Now that Ubuntu is there, first we had our VSCode. Now we have our Ubuntu terminal and our VSCode. Now I want to put Terraform on our VSCode. And the question somebody asked when we were doing the introduction, and then remember when we said, yes, AWS CLI is still there, but Terraform is now on this other part. So this is the diagram that explains that. You remember when somebody asked, what's the place of AWS CLI? AWS CLI is actually the connection between your remote laptop and cloud. But you are now using Terraform. You now start to use Terraform from here now to push commands that AWS CLI can forward to cloud and provisioning. Right? So that's what that diagram is. So this is where we are.
So
Yeah.
while mine on Ubuntu 20.04.5 LTS was trying to install,
Okay.
it says WLS registry distribution failed to with error, gave some figures, and it said the Windows subsystem for Linux optional component is not enabled. Please enable it and try again.
Ooh. An optional component. Okay, so all right, we'll have to help you troubleshoot that. What system are you using? Are you using
Windows.
Mac or Windows?
No, it's a Windows, yeah.
Okay.
Windows.
Yeah, we'll be able to. We should be able to help with that.
Thank you, sir.
All right. So if it means closing early, so that I'll just be on the stand, because it's no use trying to learn Terraform when we don't even have the basics, right? So yeah, I'll not be able to help you right now, but as soon as we close, show me share your screenshots, and then we'll find the. As long as it's Windows, you'll be able to support. All right. So it's we've done 1 hour. Do you want us to take a few minutes break? Hopefully by the time we return, somebody would have successfully installed Ubuntu. Let's take how many minutes break to enable you complete your unpacking?
Maybe 15 minutes.
Have you unpacked now?
No, it's still unpacking. Unpacking to strip.
Okay. All right. Let's do 10 minutes. By the time we come back, somebody should have successfully unpacked. It's really no use me teaching you without somebody, at least one person, being able to practice. All right. So I'll be here supporting on WhatsApp. I'll just take 10 minutes break. I'll be muted for 10 minutes. Hello.
Hi. Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
All right, guys. Any development?
I think we have to enable Windows subsystems for Linux.
Yes.
Oh, mine is successful,
Oh, beautiful.
but I had to restart my computer before I could.
Yeah, I was going to suggest that. Okay.
So I was getting the same error message, but I restarted my computer and everything works fine afterwards.
Oh, beautiful. All right, so you have experience to share for people that. Okay. So restarting will be a good idea.
Yeah.
Maybe I should just add that to the notes. So let's do that. Yeah. So you had that experience while you were trying to.
Yeah, I got that subsystem error message and the unpacking was going forever. So I had to okay, let me restart.
Where did we go? Oh, we don't even have that. Okay. Give me 1 second. Let me add that to the. So we did this. Yes, any hello, my mistake? Please keep unpacking so that we'll have at least one more while I update your notes for people that for future trade.
Can we quickly restart if you?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Unpack the all right, so the VSCode is unable to pick up then do this. All these steps. Right, doesn't matter.
Sorry, is anyone still having issue with the enabling WSL?
Are they hearing you? Is everyone hearing you?
I'm restarting my system.
Okay.
Have you enabled the WSL?
Where? Enable where?
I
Unpacking
think
was taking
Terraform?
forever for me.
I think they were complaining of how to enable the Windows subsystem.
Yeah, I got the same error and the same thing with unpacking, which was taking too much time. So I had to rebuild the whole computer. So when I came back, I went back to Microsoft and open that stuff that already installed. I mean, the Ubuntu, and I open it, and the unpacking just took like 2 minutes.
Okay. Microsoft Store, search for and download. So download is different from install. Okay. Unpack the app. If unpacking takes longer than normal, then it's all right. So this is good. All right. So we should be ready to install Terraform. Let's just wait for the people that are starting their system. Okay, so how many? Just one person successfully added Ubuntu, right? Others are still struggling to unpack. How many people successfully added Ubuntu?
I did.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did.
2. Just 2. Okay, that's fine. Let's go on with 2 at least. If 2 can do it, then others will be able to. I mean, you support the others will be able to. All right. So install Terraform. That's the next thing. Where's our platform, by the way? Here. So we are. Ubuntu 22.04 is running on terminal, and then yeah.
Excuse me, how did you get to this place?
I got here.
Yes, because I just installed mine. I searched for it.
Okay. So after installation, you installed your VSCode already, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so open your. Okay. Okay. So these are VSCode. Let's open our VSCode. Can you get here?
Yes.
This is where you install your. I mean, this is where you would. So we'll click that sign.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Okay. So let me show you how to get there. So click this line, click this, then take my Ubuntu. So I take here, and that's it. It opens this new window.
It shows me welcome page, all those get started.
Okay, then if you choose, then you go to terminal and say new terminal.
Oh, okay, yeah, new terminal. Okay, yeah, I found it. Yeah.
Oh, great. All right. Okay, so okay, so yeah, I can split my terminal later. Okay, split terminal. Don't worry about it. Okay, so to install Terraform, let's follow the notes again one more time. Install Terraform extension in your VS Code. All right. So from now on, whatever script you want to write, whatever programming language you want to use, is just a matter of installing the extension. So to install extension, we install Terraform, and then we install Terraform, HashiCorp Terraform. So we install this, install Terraform, then HashiCorp Terraform. In fact, that's the really important one. This is number 1. Is the main one. Well, let's install all 3. So we come here, go to, I hope you are seeing me. You are seeing me?
Yeah, yes, sir.
We go to extension, and then we say install Terraform. Terraform, right? All right, so that is Terraform. So we take that one, and then we say, oh, it's already installed in my cube. Okay, let me wait for you to install that. Type install Terraform in search, or just say Terraform. And then you should see, take the first one there and say install.
Install locally.
Yeah, it will be locally. Any new entrant to our Ubuntu 22.04 from the people that restarted their system?
What are you asking, Mr. Akin?
Yeah, it
Yeah, the
actually
people who
restarted.
restarted.
Yeah,
Okay.
it restarted and picked up, asked me for the password and then the username and all of that. And then it gave me that prompt for me to continue whatever I wanted to do. So, but on the VSCode, I actually I went to that little icon below to type Ubuntu, but I wasn't really seeing it listing the Ubuntu for me.
After you unpack, right?
Yeah.
Because that one's supposed to come up automatically, like the first person's experience. After you
But it
unpack.
says installation successful.
Yeah.
And all of that and all of that.
What version are you installing?
20.04.5 LTS.
20.04. Okay, for 20.0, I think that was the. Did he ask you to, for 20.04, you know, we did it. Remember that he asked us to enter, I entered Akin for username and provided password. Did you do that?
Yeah, he asked me for username and password.
Okay.
I gave it to
and then
it.
He completed that.
Yeah, and then he completed it. Yes, it
So the only thing the next thing should be that once you come here, it should show here. I think it doesn't come up here.
Yeah, it's now showing, it's not showing here. That's the challenge I have with it now.
Is any Ubuntu at all showing apart from 22.20.2?
No.
Okay, so let's help with that after class.
Okay, thank you, sir.
I think when mine restarted and opened back up, it suggested to do sudo apt update and upgrade. So,
yeah, that it even suggested that meant that your Ubuntu was already working because those are Ubuntu commands.
Okay.
Yes, but it's not. Okay. Yeah, even if Ubuntu is working, at least it should give you the chance to pick the version that you want to run. Because in future, you might not be doing Ubuntu, you could be doing something else, but to show you, okay, these are the possible displays. Which one do you want to run? Okay, we'll look at that. We are making progress. All right, so what we want to do now is install extension for Terraform. So to do that, we'll come back to extension and we'll type Terraform. This is our extension icon. We'll type Terraform here. Is anyone able to see this icon, Terraform there?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
we'll click that and say install.
Oh,
You'll see install there instead of uninstall.
Yeah.
All right, beautiful. Now, there are other extensions that we need to, that's the main one though. Let's also add this extension, HashiCorp Terraform. HashiCorp is the owner of Terraform, the manufacturer, the developer. HashiCorp Terraform. So let's respect them and add there. So you take HashiCorp Terraform?
Yes.
And then you say yes. You say install. I'm installing them. All right, it's installed for you. And then the note says recommend that you do Terraform autocomplete so that when you are typing commands, it already knows what command you want to type and completes it for you. So let's go look for the extension for Terraform autocomplete. Autocomplete. There, right? Then you install. These are the three extensions. The first one, name. All right, so once your plugins are ready on Terraform, you are now ready to install the actual Terraform. And surprisingly, the links that I got to install Terraform took me a while to get these links that I'm sharing with you. They were not working, even from HashiCorp. because most Terraform training materials will show you how to install Terraform on Windows. And we did not learn Linux only to come back to Windows to install. We want to continue server level, operation level implementation. So we're installing on Linux. Linux, Ubuntu. All right, so once all of that is good, we've installed these three. Then the next thing now is this is the question somebody was asking. That okay, so you click terminal, and then you say new terminal. Let's try that. We already did, right? Yeah, we did. New terminal. In case you're not seeing it, and it's already installed. In case you're not seeing it, like I'm seeing it now, so you go to terminal, it's a new terminal. All right. And then here, there's something I'm still not seeing here. I'll find out why I'm not seeing it. But it's very possible that the updated version is hiding. Okay, but that's it. So that's what this part of the note is saying.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
So on my own, that place where you said you were looking for something that wasn't showing.
Yes.
So for me there, it was now listing the Ubuntu 20.04. So I picked it up and then, yeah, it showed up there.
Awesome. Okay, were you the one that did not see it after you?
Yeah, exactly.
You see? Okay, so that's good. It was hiding from one area and then it showed up in the other area. You put it there. Awesome. So it's working.
Okay.
All right. But for me, it's the other way around. It's working the other way, but it's not showing. Then I'll find a way to make it show. All right. So that makes 3 or 4 that are on the same page. All right. What about the ladies? Any success with you, ladies?
No, still same.
Still unpacking?
Yes.
Nayo, you need to buy another laptop.
Did you restart?
I did. Took me back.
Then did you go back to the store, the Windows store?
Yes.
To reinstall?
Yes.
Reinstall? Oh wow.
Okay.
Did you do that more and did it work for you?
Yeah, it worked.
You have to reinstall, right? After you restarting?
Yes. Then
Okay.
to ask you for the username and all that.
Okay, so let me add that to the note. That you might need to go, right? If you go back to Microsoft or to repeat what do you do? Installation, then what?
Just follow the prompts. Enter the username, create username, password.
Okay, yeah, it will prompt you. Okay, Akin.
Is it possible to uninstall because it's showing me open? It's not allowing me to.
Yeah, it's possible to
click the
uninstall.
open. Click the open. It's the open.
It took me to unpacking the distro.
Okay.
Yeah, it will take a little bit.
Okay.
Since you've restarted, it will just take a little bit.
Okay.
But at least it's not giving you that error anymore.
No.
Okay. All right. Good. Okay, so let's install our Terraform. Install Terraform. What's the command? Install Terraform. Yeah, all of this is just like doing exercise for the read. So you go to this is the one that I said was not working. So use this Ctrl F. Use this documentation to install Terraform. Yeah, that's the one. You don't need that. Yeah, this one. All right, so let's install Terraform. So if you go here, Ctrl C, and then we'll go there, Ctrl V. This You can copy the command from here to install Terraform. Step 1, register that. Step 2, this. Step 3, this, and so on and so forth. Yeah, you can read all the details. We already have all of that extracted for you here. So I just copy and paste these commands one line at a time. So this is line 1. So this is not part of the command. So I'll just remove dollar means the prompt. No. There's one that. Be careful, there's something. So this one paragraph. This other one is one paragraph. Let me separate and say that for you. Okay, so that's one paragraph. Then this is another one. And then, of course, you are familiar with this one. So let's take this. Now, because I'm going to copy and paste, let me remove this. I'll remove this. Okay. So I take this. Of course, like somebody was saying, you know that before we do any of these things, let's quickly sudo yum update like we already know. All right, so let's come. Let me close this. Print working directory. Switch user to Akin. All right. Use root to run command as administrator. Use root or use sudo. Yeah. Okay, so switch user to Akin directory. I mean, switch change directory to Akin directory. So what am I in Akin? I may want to create Terraform. Make directory Terraform so I can work from there. Make directory Terraform. Just for indirectly to Terraform. So what am I doing here? Well, all right. So sudo. Remember sudo yum update. Now we do sudo yum update, and I enter my password Akin1234. It's going to say I don't know the meaning of yum. So this is what you need with regular Linux, Amazon Linux, CentOS, Red Hat, Fedora. But with Ubuntu, instead of yum, we are going to use a different vocabulary. So it will be sudo apt. Actually, it's apt-get, then update. So instead of yum, we are using apt-get. Update. All right. Apt-get update. All right. So it's updating the repository. All right. So it's done. All right. Instead of that's this is actually the major difference in command between Ubuntu and Red Hat. Okay. So now that we've updated, let us install now. All right. So the command is, it says to install, copy and paste these commands one by one. Like that. So the first one is Control-C and then Control-V. That is it. All right. So no error. That was good. By the way, let's quickly find out if Terraform is already installed. Clear. How do you find out if a command, if a service is installed in Terraform -. What does it say? I do not know what you're talking about. Terraform is not installed. All right. So let's continue with the command. We already copied and pasted that. Let's do this. Control-C, and then we'll come here and do Control-V. All right. All right. Press Enter to continue or CLI to cancel. All right. So that command is executed. And then what's the next command? I want to clear screen so that you can see what's going on. What's the next command? Come back here, and it says after that command, you type sudo apt update. All right, so we'll come back here and say update this Ubuntu repo with the changes that we introduced with those two commands. So it's sudo apt get update. But instead of apt-get, we can actually just do apt. It's the same thing. So if you say apt-get or you say apt, it will understand it as apt. Yeah, you can do apt update. All right. So we'll have an updated repo of Ubuntu. And then the next command is you now install Terraform using this command. And then because of these other commands that you have entered and things have been downloaded for you from here, call means connect to that repository. And this is a website address, HTTPS, right? And then this is about repository. Anyway, because of what you have done previously, you now have the files that you need on your system, on Ubuntu server, to do your Terraform installation. So we'll copy, Control-C, and we'll say install Terraform. All right, and that is it. Here to check for. Okay, I'm not sure what that means here, but let's carry on. No services need to be restarted. Okay, so now let us see if Terraform is now installed. If Terraform now installed, the command is terraform -1. Awesome, Terraform is installed. We now have Terraform running on our VSCode.
Mr. Akin is telling me the app key is duplicated.
The app key is duplicated?
Yeah.
At what point? What command did you enter together?
The first one, the sudo app key had.
This one?
No, the next one back up.
The first one, right? This one?
Yeah.
Is duplicated. You have your note. Okay,
yeah.
Go to the website and copy this command. Maybe your note. This should be a short. Let's come here, Control-C, and go to the website. Oh, actually here already. And then take the command from here directly.
Okay.
This is why I copied it.
So now I'm having the error message on the unpacking. The Windows subsystem for Linux is not enabled.
Windows subsystem for Linux is not enabled.
Go to your.
Is it different from the old error, or it's a new?
Maybe
I
you
didn't
didn't
have the
enable
error
it.
before. This one.
Go to your Windows. You know the Windows, the 4 squares.
Mm-hmm.
Go there, then click on it.
Okay.
Then go to, or to make it faster, just go to Windows, type in Windows features.
Windows features. You are searching for Windows features?
Yeah, on and off.
Like this?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where she's going to enable
Okay.
it.
Then click on it.
On the one with turn on and off?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then there's
Scroll down.
if you go all the way down, you see Windows for something Linux.
Okay, subsystem here, right? Can you see my screen?
Yeah. Is it enabled?
Mine is not. It didn't even take me there. 1 second.
Windows subsystem for Linux. So you need her to check it, right?
Yeah, she needs to
Yeah,
check
she
it.
will check it.
Then
Okay,
reboot.
wow.
She should have checked it
Wow.
before rebooting.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Okay. So we are learning so many. Yeah, because usually we have this problem. That's why what we wanted us to. But it's good that we're having great contributions to help us with it. Okay, so let me add this so that next time somebody has this issue. Screen.
Are you there?
Yes, I'm there now.
Okay, so you go all the way down and you see Windows. Which one is it? It has Windows something for
Subsistence
Windows.
for subsystem
Yes,
for
Windows
Linux.
subsystems for Linux.
Yeah, that's what I.
Can you see it almost towards the end?
No.
Is the third to the from the bottom? If you count, is the third
Yeah,
line.
it's
Can you see
third
my
from the
screen?
bottom.
If you can see my screen, it's on my screen.
Okay, yes, I'm
Okay.
looking at your screen, but I don't know why this is not. It's not bringing up that one on your own screen.
That particular one, right? That
Yes.
means you have not even installed your subsystem then. That's why it's not. The installation of your subsystem is not even recognized. So why is this? Why am I not able to print screen?
But I think that's a feature that it's part of Windows anyway. You just have to enable it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's not saying it.
I think she's not typing.
Ooh.
I type in Windows features.
Features,
And
okay.
did you click? Did that open button come up?
It did not.
Oh, this button, this one here. I mean,
Yes,
this,
that one did not come up.
okay.
Oh,
You need to
maybe
click.
is it taking you to a website?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
No.
what you're clicking on the wrong thing. So if you type in now, see if Mr. Akin do it just now.
Okay, let's do it again. So click your search, this search, then type Windows. Space.
Can you see that open button on towards the right?
Yes.
You click on that.
Can you see this one?
Mine is not bringing that out for Windows feature.
What version of Windows are you using?
I think it's 10.
It should come up now. I'm using 10.
Okay.
It should come up as
in. Show us a photo on the support screen. Let's help you with that. Let's find out what's
Okay, let me take the picture and send
it. Not right now. I mean, after class. We'll close early so that we can support you guys.
Okay.
So at the time being, let's just complete our installation. I'm not able to take a picture of this so that I can put it in the link. Don't worry, I'll look for it. All right. So, yes, the person that had that issue were able to come to this website to copy it directly?
Yes, sir.
So copy the command directly from it.
Yes,
it's working now, right?
Yes.
Awesome. So that tells us that sometimes our notepad, our PDF or even Word document can corrupt our command and put space or paragraph where it should not be. So thankfully we have the actual URL to copy the actual thing. All right, beautiful. Okay, so we have now installed Terraform. All right, so let's begin to use Terraform. The rest is easy from this point. Just handle the most troublesome part. All right, so let's begin to use Terraform now to create our infrastructure and to provision them in cloud. All right, but this is how we'll stop today so that will help everybody get to this level so that we all can be running commands together. All right, so let's go back to the support team, share screen views of errors, and then help everybody rectify all error.
I'm on that screen now.
Which screen are you on? Can you see the screen now that we're trying to
Yes,
show you?
I can see it now.
Oh, great. All right, so do what they ask you to do.
So should I just click OK?
Let's see what you're asking. Let me forget that. Windows. Turn Windows feature on and off. So they are saying that this should be checked. Right now, my own is checked. You see, Windows subsystem for Linux should be checked.
Okay.
Should be turned on so that Windows can run. Was it off before? Was it unchecked?
Yeah, it was unchecked.
Oh, okay.
So you have to check it, then reboot again.
Okay.
So check, say okay, and restart your system.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Yeah, hello,
excuse me,
Mr.
sir.
Akin.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, like for me now, I'm just getting to my computer right now. So I don't know how you are going to really help us so that I can, start to install from the.
Yeah, I've been helping you since 2 hours ago. So what we're going to do now,
Okay.
yeah, it will be tasking to repeat everything all over. Is yeah, what do we do now? If you had specific questions, I would have been able to take it, but to repeat everything.
Okay, no, okay. Maybe after if I get the video.
Taiwo, we
Yes.
can do a session on over the weekend. We'll redo it.
Okay.
Okay,
right.
yeah, please, because I'm at work, I can't do
Yeah.
anything. Yeah, just be on the phone.
That is good. If we can turn over the weekend.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the video will still be available anyway.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the notes you shared, was that
Okay.
a recent one? It looks like I probably missed that.
Which note is that?
This note for Terraform you're using.
It's just
We're
updating
just
it.
starting Terraform now.
Oh, okay. Because it looks like other persons have were able to, where you say we should be copying and pasting those commands. That's what I mean. I didn't.
That's the
No, it's-
website.
Oh, it's a website you're talking about. Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
And the link to the website is on the note. So we just started Terraform, so there's no recent or old. This is the only note
No,
that we have. Unless you don't have.
Yeah, I mean the note of Terraform. Yeah, this note
Yeah,
you're
but can you see
talking
the note?
about.
Yes. So somebody said that one command did not work. And because it worked on my own system while we're working together, so I just thought, okay, maybe there's something wrong there. So the place I got this command from, look at the place here. So I said, okay, it goes directly to that place. Control C. You already have that link.
Yeah.
And copy that
Okay.
command. You get it now. So this is the command.
Yes. Yeah. I guess what I'm trying
Because
to say is
what
that
he's saying,
the
he
note.
doesn't have the note. I don't
I
have the
don't
note.
have the note.
You don't have the
That's what I'm
note?
saying. Yeah.
No, I
And
don't
you
have
have paid for this course?
Yes, I
Yeah,
don't
I
have
paid
to.
for this course. Yes.
He
So
put it
me
on the
personally-
website. He put it on the WhatsApp.
No, it's not for
No.
everybody. That's why I'm asking this question.
No,
I
Let me get
didn't
that
have the
person.
notes either. I didn't
Hold
have.
on.
I don't have the note, so
Wait now. The first person,
Oh.
Ademola Adesonye, right?
No, Abolade.
yes.
Abolade.
Yes, sir.
Abolade, have you paid for Terraform?
Yeah. I had done that, I think 25th of last month or something.
Oh, sorry about that. Please
Yeah.
send me a reminder to your, because the note is not for everybody.
Okay.
Just do me a reminder
Okay.
with
I'll
your
do.
proof of payment, then I'll forward the note to you.
Okay.
And
I'll
it
do
is
that.
that.
Yeah,
that
yeah, I've not
So,
gotten the note either.
What about, who is the next person?
Ramsey?
Ramsey, you should have the note now.
No, I don't.
that
Just
your
check my email.
And Taiwo too. I didn't have the notes.
Where are your money now? Are you sure you guys paid to me? Because I didn't see your money. That's why I
You
didn't
replied my chat yesterday, sir. Mhm.
Taiwo have
okay.
paid too. I didn't receive the note. I've paid, but I didn't receive.
Really? Where did I eat the money now? Only me eat all your money and that.
And sir,
I was expecting-
the updated note for the last class too. I didn't receive it.
Yeah.
Mr. Akin, maybe you should hire me to be a money.
Wait, I'm confused. Are we not on the same WhatsApp? Because it's on the WhatsApp. That's where I got it from.
No, maybe I don't
The
know.
updated note was on the website. Anyway, I can always
Yeah.
send that again, no problem.
I didn't receive it.
So weird.
No problem. We'll resend what you have paid for but did not get, and then we'll now give you access to what you have, this new course. I thought you hadn't paid. All right, so please just do me a reminder. By that reminder, I'll check our conversation thread, and then I'll be able to identify that yes, you have paid. Yeah, you need the note. Without the note, it will be hard to do this thing by yourself. All right, so I'll send the note right away, almost right away. By the time being, we have been able to successfully install Terraform. All right, so we'll stop there. Like I said, let's go and meet on the platform where people will be sharing their screen, and then all of us will be helping them to get this.
That's fine.
All right. All right, so the video, since it's a short video, just 2 hours video, will be ready earlier than 2 hours. We put it downloaded in less than 2 hours. All right, so let's come back. By the time we come back to class next week, we'll be ready, we would already be deploying infrastructure in cloud. Of course, we'll start with EC2, and then we'll move on to VPCs. And then the minute we can install a fully functional VPC and put EC2 inside from our Terraform from here, then we are good. And then of course you have your project. So actually, essentially we'll do the project together in class. It's not even a big deal. We'll do it together and practice with it. And then you'll be right to say, yes, I know Terraform. But what Terraform expects is create your own VPC. I mean, fundamentally, and put infrastructure inside, like you did. In fact, everything we did in AWS, you should be able to do now, not necessarily by going there. Maybe the first time, just so you can get some vital information about this kind of system you want to create. And that is where your metadata will be really useful. Information about the system ID, the kind of all those, just copy from your metadata from here. Yeah. So yeah, that's it for now. 3 more solid lectures or 4. We'll be done with Terraform, and then we'll move on to platforms.
Okay.
All right.
Would you send the changes to the document?
No, it's too early. There's no. The changes I made now are just the changes that you. Oh, okay. Maybe I should, because for people that will be starting all over, the contributions you guys made now would be helpful. Okay, I'll send it. Please send me your. If you have not received the note, please send me a reminder so that I can forward the note right now.
Is that personally or to the
Yes.
chat?
No, not through. Do it on the chat, but not on the group.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I just sent that to you, so.
Okay, no problem.
I just said mine as
I
well.
did too.
All right, no wahala. All right, so see you guys on the forum, and then Raymond and I will be there for the next 1 hour to help you resolve any issue. Bye, bro.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.